I am from Atlanta, Georgia, and then I grew up in Burlington, Kentucky. Well, I've been living in the city for the past 4 years. I moved here from Salt Lake City, Utah, because I was going to college out there. I lasted about a semester and a month. I dropped out of school, then applied as a transfer student to the University of Cincinnati, and I was also feeling kind of very stifled by DAP. I felt more like assembly line art school instead of them like cultivating creativity and like, really encouraging us to explore our own things. I think maybe Cincinnati just already had its heyday, and it's so particular because it's not this like big bustling city, but it looks like it could be. And when you're walking around there, you're like, oh, where are all the people? When you walk around downtown, where are all the people? Everybody should be moving. We've got all these big buildings. Everything's gorgeous. You know what I mean? But just nothing's happening. So like that combination of crazy old cool architecture, but like it's not this big city. It's not this established thing. It feels like it's your little secret. I want to make my art. I want to be able to just make stuff, wake up and like make whatever I want, be able to make a comfortable living off of it. And right now, the best way that it seems like I can do that is tattooing to make money. I suppose the negative of people having expectations of my future is that they're just that, they're expectations, and they can be met or not met. And sometimes you can't even meet expectations. And so I think a lot of the times having expectations like that, especially on something so abstract, will lead to disappointment. And so I think that would be a major negative is if somebody was expecting one thing and then it didn't work out that way, and then they were bummed because it didn't work out that way and they were wrong and I didn't do this thing. And so I guess the negative is that they're expectations, and I hope that they can turn into more of hopes and well wishes. I think other people sometimes have their own ideas of success, and if they ask me, oh, what are you doing after school and this and that, I think they're sort of expecting me to say, well, I got this full-time job doing this and that, maybe, I don't know, graphic design, since they know I'm interested in art, maybe, something like that. I've got this full-time job, and it's got health benefits, and I just moved into a house, and I'm getting married, and, all this. Or they expect one of those things, or all of them, or just something along the lines of that. I don't really think about those people's expectations very often. I try not to. It's hard not to, like, worry a little bit. I don't know how many regrets I really have, because I think that I'm pretty happy with who I am today. So I guess all those things, and even the jobs, even though it's bullshit and just jobs, all these things were experiences, and I met people and I learned things, and definitely makes me into who I am and how I see the world and how I move throughout it every single day. I think I saw that from a young age. I think more people would benefit from making art, but I think a lot of people just don't give themselves enough credit, and I'm sure something they do in their life is a little bit like art, or has a little bit of art, has a little bit of art in it. Yeah, working in a restaurant, everybody has their own way of doing things, and it's a little bit different than the other person, and or the way I put the hummus on the tortilla might be a completely different way somebody else puts the hummus on the tortilla. If you're a line cook, I think there's a little bit of art in that. I find it to be pretty satisfying, even if I'm doing something as simple as squirting ranch on top of this crazy nacho cheese fry mound. it's very nice to just see what I can do with it, you know what I mean? Or to make the dish look pretty and serve it to somebody. Translate what's inside of your brain and what you're thinking about all the time and how you see the world, and translate all that into something tangible in a way, you know what I mean? Something that other people can digest and take what they will from it. That's a lot of the stuff that I draw is just like what I see around the city or what I think about when I get back to my desk after a day of roaming about.